Hello, JDs and Lenelman. Today we have Lakota East men's soccer. Today we will be going up against Hamilton High School. I'm very excited to see how this game goes. Liam Martin is my co-host. I am your host, number 12 on Lakota East, Caleb Edwards. Liam Martin, how do we feel about this game?
I'm going to be honest, little nervous. This Lakota East offense has not been able to execute on many opposing field opportunities. In fact, they are tied for 9th in the GMC of 10 teams with only 7 goals this season. And this Hamilton offense is absolutely electric, but this Lakota East defense, one of the best in the league. Hopefully we'll be able to counter this Hamilton offense well, and the Lakota East offense will be able to light up for this game, squeeze out the W.
I completely agree. Lakota East currently on a losing streak of 2 hard losses, but not losses by many. Hamilton, on the other hand, currently on a winning streak of 2. In the month of December, they are currently 5-1. They have an amazing September. Unlike the Lakota East Hawks, sadly, we are currently 0-4-1. Very, very sad stats. But other than that, some players I think you should definitely want to watch tonight for Lakota East. We got Tucker Jones, number 10. He is super attack-oriented, very good at controlling the ball, and very confident in his own skills. Liam Martin, I think you should try and talk about the defense.
Absolutely. I mean, only allowing 14 goals this season with 45 saves. That means that the ball is just not getting to the goal very much, and that is a credit to how well that this team is able to prevent any sort of offensive attack. And I mean, Nick Maslin, when the ball does get to him at goalkeeper, he is 7th in the GMC for saves, and he is tied for 5th in shutouts at 2. He has been a key to this Lakota East defense and keeping them in all these games.
Agreed. Now I feel like we should move on to Hamilton. Some amazing players on that team as well. They got number 11, Gabe Brown. Has 5 goals on the season, 1 assist, and is currently looking really, really good for this team. They also have number 22, Coco Flores. 5 goals and 4 assists. I'm excited to see what this Lakota East defense can do, especially against those 2 power forwards and defensive mids.
I mean, absolutely. We've seen this Hamilton offense absolutely electric. In total, they have 20 this season, which is tied for 4th in the GMC. They are a powerhouse on offense, so it will be quite intriguing to see how they match up against this strong Lakota East defense.
Completely agreed. Some things that I would like to see for this Lakota East team, for sure. I'd love to see some balls played on the ground, some through balls on the ground, see if we can try and find our forwards. I think we are going to try and line up in a 4-2-3-1 this evening. Could not tell you what the Hamilton team is doing in terms of lineup, but I'm looking forward to see how it'll go. See if we can try and find our forwards, see if we can play wide, and yeah.
Absolutely. Any offensive attack is needed. They just need to be aggressive out there, keep with the ball, stay focused and confident, and they will have a great chance to win this game.
Agreed. Some amazing people that I've seen this year coming into our varsity team. Coach Brady definitely brings some team spirit to this team. He has started a new ritual, which is praying before every game. If many viewers don't agree with that, it is what it is. But we as a team feel like that's really cool. He also brings fire to practice, make sure that we stay talkative, keep our heads up. Some new people to the East team that we have this year. Mason Laddie. He's very technical. Not a lot of playing time, but still very good. We have Bobby Mahoney. He plays out wide. Amazing on the cross, has a very strong foot, and an extremely long throw that I can't wait to see tonight.
I would just like to highlight some more stars of this Lakota East team. Tucker Jones, already 2 goals on the season. That's tied for first on the team with the one and only Caleb Edwards here in the booth tonight. I mean, Miles Polacek also with a goal and an assist as well. Then some big names on our defense. Trevor Breslin, he's been in a bit of a slump recently, but he has been a big-time player for this team, and we're looking forward to seeing him making some plays up against some heavy Hamilton offense. Parker Ante, of course, great at getting those headers, and he's ready to go every single play.
Agreed. I think some strong leadership on this team for sure. While they may not be captains, they are very, very good at being communicative and keeping positive. For one, Jack Ransack, he's been on the team for 2 years. Amazing work ethic. We have one of our captains, Jason Bartolome Perez, been on the team for, I think, 3 years. An amazing 6, very technical, a very good player. May not have the stats to show, but he's definitely one that I would want to see tonight. We have Tucker Jones, our other captain. Very, very technical, like we have shown earlier. The stats show he is one of the better players on the team. We also have some new stars coming up from just this year. We have 2 freshmen on the team, number 37, Santi, and number 40, Easton Smith. Easton Smith starts on the varsity team. That should tell you enough of how good he is. Santi easily comes off the bench and makes an impact, so I'm excited to see how they play today.
Absolutely. And as we approach the national anthem, we will take a quick break. When we are back, it is game time here. We'll see you in just one moment. Welcome back here. We are getting ready for 40 straight minutes of non-stop action here at Lakota East. Everyone lining up for the beginning kick. And I'm just excited to see what this Lakota East defense has in store for the Hamilton offense. As we mentioned, one of the powerhouses in the GMC. Should be a good matchup.
I'm excited as well. I'm excited to see these boys show out. Hopefully they ball out. Yeah, see if Nick can keep his stats as good as they are. See if this defense can lock down this upcoming offense. Excited to see how they do.
It looks like Tyree Coco will be lining up for the opening kick here in the game. We're ready to go.
It seems Lakota East has set up in a 4-1-2, maybe a 4-2-3-1. Like I guessed, we have the starting four in the back: Parker Ante, Trevor Breslin, Tyler Duell, and Lincoln Smith. At the 6, which is center defensive mid, we have Jason Bartolone Perez. At our double 8, we have Tucker Jones and Miles Palachek. An interesting duo that I'm excited to see. Out wide on the left, we have Bobby Mahoney. And outside on the right, we have Colton Pensinger with a beautiful pass to Easton. Colton Pensinger with the ball. And up top, we have the one and only Tyree Coco. On Hamilton, looks like they are playing a 4-3-3 with a 4 in the back, 3 in the middle, and 3 up top. Excited to see how we play against this offense, considering I don't think we have played a 4-3-3 this year.
And I would like to say I am enjoying this early aggression from the Lakota East offense. We saw that Hamilton got a hold of it pretty quickly, but the defense able to get it downfield, and now Lakota East just has not given it back since.
It's just been amazing play from the boys. An amazing ball from Tyler. Oh, saved by the keeper. Way to come out on that. It was very, very well thought. Tyler, I think if he would have put a little less power on that, could have been a little bit more towards the 6, would have been a perfect ball. We can't ask for the perfect ball every time, and sometimes that's just how soccer goes.
And that goalkeeper for Hamilton, Chris Martinez, has been an absolute stud. 2nd in the GMC in saves, 4th in the GMC in shutouts. He has only allowed 8 goals with 83 saves on the season. A formidable force in that backfield.
Agreed. We are coming up on an offensive attack. I lied. It was stopped by number 4 on their outside back. Diego Gonzalez. Sorry, it took me a second there to find his name. Right now we have a throw-in with Parker Ante. He throws to Jason. Round at the 50. Looks to play the ball. Can't find the switch. Plays Tyler Duell. Plays it wide. Easton looking upfield. Taking space. Can't seem to find anyone. Looking for the switch. Couldn't find it. Finds Colton. Finds Miles. Loses a little bit of control, but it's okay. He finds Jason. Plays him wide. Colton can make a move. Oh, plays Miles. Beautiful. Can Miles keep it under control? He does. Can Miles play the cross? Can Miles play the cross? He does. Oh, blocked by the defender.
And as I would like to say, this offense, heavy coverage by that Hamilton defense, but they are just finding ways to get the ball downfield, get it to an open Lakota East offensive player, trying to keep it alive, and they know that they will have to try to get at least a goal or two going up against this formidable Hamilton offense.
Yes, very good strike by Colton Pensinger. I feel like he should try and keep it low there, but hey, I'm not the one shooting. Who knows? He probably had a different vision. See if we can get this ball back and play quickly. See if our offense can try and keep them to one side. As our coaches have told us before, try and keep them one way and keep them that way only. If they get the switch, it's an easy breakdown for their defense. Colton whiffs, but it's okay. Little mess ups are okay. As long as we can keep him in front of us, it won't be bad. Oh, ref calls it our ball. I lied. It wasn't a whiff. It was tactical.
And Hamilton did think they had that ball. I mean, Iker Chirinos calling that ball off, as well as all the other Hamilton players, but Lakota East just able to get in there not make any contact with the ball, make a play.
Ooh, beautiful fake by Tyree Bakoko. Tucker Jones with the ball. Plays Bobby Mahoney. Can Bobby Mahoney get a shot? And he's offsides. Unlucky. We need to watch our line today. That has definitely been a problem for us in the past. Making sure we can watch our line and staying in front of that last defender is definitely a key role into scoring today.
And Hamilton finally potentially getting a chance to shine their offense. They've been held kind of quiet today as most of the game has been played on Hamilton's side. As we see Lakota East just trying to keep it out of the goal.
A good steal by number 11 on Hamilton. Amazing play by them. Gabe Brown, like we said, he's going to be a very big problem for this defense. I am not worried for this defense, but it's definitely someone they should watch. Parker Ante with a throw-in gets blocked by James. His name's not James. I just felt like saying that. Sorry. Hamilton finding possession, not being able to find it forward. Finds a forward pass. Able to hold the ball. Makes a move around Miles Polacek. Number 11 holding the ball very well. Playing a through ball back to their own defense. Seeing if we can keep them to one side. We cannot. Now we press hard. See if we can keep them here. Interesting tactic by Hamilton to try and boot the ball out. Good idea by Tucker Jones, but he can't seem to get a finish on it by Tyree Bakoko.
And that was just a great play there from Hamilton's number 12, Rodrigo Valencia. He was able to kick it into some heavy coverage, but able to find the Hamilton player that is able to take it back to their goalie and basically reset the play.
Tyler Duell coming up with the ball now, trying to find someone. Finds Easton Smith on the wing, but he just can't get there. A little hard. I think if more communication was happening, or if Easton Smith could see that run earlier, it could have been a way better play by them.
Now throwing it in is Rodrigo Valencia.
Good through by Hamilton. Can't get a good touch with the head, but it doesn't matter. It does matter. Bobby Mahoney with a good steal. Says it's our ball, which it is. Parker Ante with throwing.
We are seeing a lot of open Lakota East players. A lot of Hamilton up against that line or in the backfield ready to defend against whatever Lakota East can bring.
I'm excited to see if we can play to our expectations today. I feel a little silly mistakes have happened so far, and that's normally how we get scored on. But that does not worry me. Tucker Jones with a unlucky touch. Through ball by number 7 on Hamilton, Adam Hittil. Easton Smith with a good challenge. Hamilton want that ball back. Ref says no. Colton Pensinger on the wing plays Miles. Miles plays it back to Easton. Looks for switch. Finds Tyree. Tyree wants to play that through ball, decides not to. Finds Parker Ante on the wing. Can Parker Ante find a switch? He finds Bobby Mahoney instead. Can Bobby Mahoney have that strong foot? Oh, he misses it by accident. Tucker Jones with a weak tackle. Hamilton gets it out. Good save by Tyler Duell, though, to keep his offensive person away from the ball and keeping himself between him and the ball. Whiff by Hamilton there with good pass by Miles. Tucker plays back to Miles. Miles tries to find through to Bobby, and Tyree played a little too hard. Unlucky.
And that was a great showing there from both teams. They were both playing some great defense, locking up a bunch of offenders on both sides. And now Hamilton with possession. Let's see what Chris Martinez can bring. Hopefully get Hamilton back on the other side of the field.
He's looking for a long ball. Tells his defense to push up. They semi-listen. Tyree with a good touch. Plays to Miles. Miles with a hit. Oh, and a good save by the keeper.
And there's just another play there. Chris Martinez, one of the top goalkeepers in the GMC.
Lakota East looking to play a little patient here. Trying to see if they can switch the ball around, see if they can find gaps in this amazing Hamilton offense slash midfield. Tyler plays it out wide to Easton. Easton looks for space, tries to find Tucker. He finds Tyree instead. Tyree looking, plays Colton on the wing. Colton gets the cross. He gets the cross, just not high enough or hard enough. But it doesn't matter because Ethan Smith is there with a ripper with the left foot. But it doesn't end up going in. Good save by Chris Martinez.
And that is out on Hamilton, meaning Easton James is able to throw it right back in. Easton Smith, I mean, my apologies.
Hamilton looking to see if they can start something here. Instead, Ethan Smith locks them down. Number 22 tries to find a through ball. He does. Finds number 11. But Parker Ante with a screamer of a tackle. Surprised it's not a foul. Tucker Jones with an amazing touch to keep that ball under the control. And Hamilton says that's their ball. And it is not. It turns out to be East ball. Seeing if we can start up on offense again. See if we can try and go on this drive to go to goal and score.
As we mentioned earlier, this Lakota East defense, one of the best in the GMC. We are still seeing that in this game. Heavy coverage on every Hamilton offensive player, making sure the ball is right where they want it. Not a single shot has gotten near the goal yet.
Good throw in by Parker Ante to Jason, which then gets played to Tyler Duell. Liam, I have a question for you. What do you think this score will end up being based on what you've seen so far today?
Well, it is still early, so it is tough to tell, but I mean, we have seen some great defensive coverage from both of these teams, making it very hard to get near the goal. However, I have noticed one team has gotten a couple shots off that have been saved, one team has not, and that team with the shots is Lakota East. I think it is going to be a very tight game. Whoever wins, it's going to be by 1 or 2 scores.
Do you have a score prediction for this game?
Man, I couldn't tell you. Maybe 1-0 Lakota East. Always got to be hopeful.
I don't mind that. One of my associates here who is running the stream for us thinks that the score prediction will be 6-7. I wonder why he says that. Colton Pensinger looking to try and be fancy instead of playing simple and loses the ball. Hamilton on a run. Plays an amazing through ball, but he is offsides by a mile. Could not believe he thought he was on there and thought he could go score that.
I mean, that was a great play by number 6 on Hamilton's team, Iker Chirinos, trying to keep the ball in bounds, but unfortunately, number 11, Gabe Brown, just got a little too far downfield,
Colton
causing
with
the
a good
offsides.
cross. Oh, and it gets blocked by their captain. Hamilton going on another run. I see Hamilton only tries to find their number 11, or should I say their number 9. Miles with a good way to keep himself between the defender and the ball. Colton Hayes try, and Ty just can't. Oh, never mind. Oh, handball. Thank you, sir. Let's see who takes this free kick from outside the 18. Looking like it's going to be at the 22. I would personally would like Miles on this shot. But I don't mind a little Tucker Jones or Tyree Bakoko to get a hit on this either. Miles looks to line up the shot. Hamilton decides to put 3 in the wall. Not a bad idea. Keeper looks ready.
We're seeing some great coverage. There's at least one Hamilton player for each Lakota East player.
Miles with a shot, and it just goes over. I feel like he should have tried to place that more, or maybe even play it into the box. Either way, I feel like there could have been a better outcome than kicking it over the goal. East makes a sub. Colton Pensinger comes out for Santiago, the freshman who got moved up to VAR only a few games ago. Very good kid off the bench. While he may not get a lot of playing time, his intensity that he has during the game is just impeccable, and I'm excited to watch that today.
And it looks like they do not, or they do call that one a penalty, and they're just going right away.
I think they call that a foul, Liam. Penalties when they get in the box.
A foul, yes. Well, you're the one that knows a little better than I do.
It's all good. I'll get you up to speed. I'll get you up to a little bit of speed. East here having great coverage, having an extra man in the back. Trevor with an amazing header out. But 10 gets a stop. He gets a rip. and it is just off target. Good block by, I want to say, Jason Bartolone. Looks like they are going to have a corner kick for Hamilton. Not looking forward to this corner kick because we do seem to give up free goals on corner kicks, but it is something that we have been working on in practice. So I'm excited to see how that comes into play here.
We see a lot of Lakota East players locking up that goal, trying to play as much defense as they can.
Good header out by Jason Bartolone, but Hamilton keeps the ball. Hamilton looking, find one, plays it through, have a shot, handball. Thank you, sir. Handball by Hamilton.
That is now Hamilton's second handball in just the last 5 minutes. Lakota East, we would love to see penalties that can benefit them in the long run and the short run, hopefully lead to some big-time plays.
I couldn't agree more, Liam. I'm excited to see where this is heading. I am definitely expecting a goal soon by one of these teams. Their offensive look very aggressive and ready to win and honestly score as many goals as they can. Tucker Jones with an amazing win out of the air to Bobby Mahoney. Bobby Mahoney wanting to pace out his defender and does, but ends up passing the ball to the Hamilton defense. This is the long throw that I've been waiting for all night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if he uses it here. Just an immaculate throw, easily 25 yards or more. Santi tries to make her move. Easton Smith, the freshman duo on the right side. This is looking very interesting, but also very good at the same time.
And that was a smart play there by Easton Smith. He just kicks it out of bounds. He was under heavy coverage, a lot of Hamilton guys in that box right there. And he knew that his best chance was to knock it out and then get another chance once the play is reset.
Looks like Lakota East here has a corner kick. Miles Palachek going for it. East has a decent amount of players in the box. Smart to have two back to make sure we don't get beat one-on-one. Nick playing high. Miles plays the ball in and just can't seem to place it in the 18. Unlucky. It is going to be a Hamilton goal kick.
And Hamilton just switched out 3 different players. Couldn't exactly see who was switched out, but potentially a change of personnel could help them get to the promised land of that goal, as they still have only had 1 save on the night.
Seems to be, I want to say number 2, Kevin Arango, number 6, Iker Chirinos, and number 8, Ben Del Isan Ioha. Do not quote me on that name. East getting an opportunity, but the keeper comes out to save it. Keeper probably wanting to go long here. Boots the ball. Interesting punt. Very high, but not very far. Parker with a beautiful win to Tyree. Tyree can't seem to hold the ball, though. Trevor with a little bit of a misread, but it's fine. Little bouncy ball, but it's okay. Nicholas, very composed, plays it back out to Trevor. Trevor looking for a pass, instead goes long to a Hamilton player. But it is unlucky where Parker Ante gets the win back. Tucker Jones with the ball all the way to Miles. To Parker, up the line to Bobby, seeing if Bobby can make a move here. Plays it back. Smart play. I wouldn't mind seeing a switch from this offense. Jason with a bad touch to Hamilton, trying to win it back. Instead, Easton Smith comes in and gets a good clearance to Trevor Breslin. Trevor Breslin with a good through ball. Bob Mahomey with the speed and body size. Can he beat this number 4 outside back? Makes a beautiful cut in. Plays the ball back to Parker Ante. But a little bit behind him. It doesn't matter. Parker Ante's there. And gets stuffed by their number 10.
That number 10, Oliver Garcia. And we are seeing some great defense now from Hamilton. They are just locking up East every time they make an attempt to score. And we see another one of those types of plays right there. Lakota East needs to find an answer for this Hamilton defense. Maybe find some windows that they can get a ball towards that net.
Hamilton with a throw-in. Looks to throw. Decent throw. Good head on. If anyone was there, that could have been a great opportunity for Hamilton. Tyler playing slow. Finds Tyree. Tyree with a unlucky touch to Miles, but he tries to win it back with two dudes on him and gets the foul. I would like to see Tyler do well on this. Try and put it into a box and probably not try to score this. But Tyler is known for taking long shots that he's probably not supposed to. So, we shall see how it goes.
And Lakota East absolutely dominating in the time of possession category so far. However, they just haven't been able to get anything going. Hamilton, despite not having the ball much, they've been keeping Lakota East far away from that goal, able to stuff them and get that and keep the ball as far away from Chris Martinez as possible.
Hamilton with a goal kick going long again. Didn't work the last time, but maybe it'll work this time. Easton Smith there wins the header. Hamilton personnel gets the ball, but Jason wins the ball back. Tucker plays to Miles. Miles looking, makes a move. Great playback by Miles to Easton. Jason just wide open in the middle. Tries to make a cut and does a little bit of a mistake, but it is okay because there's no pressure. Tyler Duell with a great through ball to Bobby Mahoney, and he is offsides again. Come on, Bobby. One of the things that I told you that we need to look out for, and one of our biggest struggles for sure for this offense.
And I mean, if we had to talk about Hamilton's handball issues so far, you do have to mention Lakota East's offside issues. It has come back to bite them on many aggressive offensive stands so far in this game.
That has been 2 for Bobby Mahoney, but he plays a good through ball to, sadly, no one. Hamilton whiffs. Santi with attempt. Goes to Tyree. Tyree with a beautiful touch, but can't get it in front of him. Hamilton tries to win out of the air. They get good touch, but Jason is just there to smother them. Trevor playing simple to Tyler. Tyler trying to find a through ball. Finds through to Miles just between two midfielders. Finds Santi. Can Santi find anyone in the middle or keep it in bounds? He plays it middle, and just Chris Martinez being able to keep his team even with East with a beautiful come out.
And it does go out of bounds on that play. And number 7, Adam Hattil for Hamilton, able to get in there on the dive, force the poor kick, and the ball just ultimately rolls out of bounds. Hamilton ball.
Hamilton looking to throw East on almost every person. Let's see if East can win this ball. Jason wins it with a touch with the chest. Interesting strategy. Parker plays it through to Tucker Jones. Tucker Jones tries to make a move and fumbles the bag. Hamilton on the counterattack. Plays a through ball. Tyler Duell luckily wins it out of the air. I think if he doesn't win that out of the air there, he is cooked. Miles Polacek with amazing defense. It is now Hamilton ball.
And there is Coco Flores, as we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, quite possibly the best player on this Hamilton team. He has been a huge factor for them and their offensive strategy.
East get a foul there. Don't quite know what the call was. I couldn't quite see. Probably not a handball, considering I didn't hear anyone scream handball or raise their hand in the air. My guess is push in the back. Nick Maslin takes the kick. Tyler Duell decides to tie his shoe in the middle of a game. Has to tie him tighter next time. Nick plays short to Tyree. That is Trevor. Tyler takes space, looking for a forward pass. Finds an amazing through ball to Tucker Jones. Tucker Jones looking, trying to find anyone or take it on himself. Tucker Jones, one-on-one. Oh, tries to break his man and almost had him. Wins the ball back. Plays Jason Bartolone. They play it wide to Easton Smith. Easton Smith plays smart and plays it back. Would love a switch to Trevor. Instead, they try and find Bobby. And Chris Martinez comes out to save Hamilton once again.
And Trevor Breslin passing it off. Got to give credit to this Lakota East defense and this Hamilton defense so far. There has not been much worry from either team that a goal was going to be scored on them. No matter what, someone is there to cover the goal, whether it be the goalkeeper or one of the defensive players. This game just been so back and forth on who has possession of the ball, but no scores so far.
It looks like both of the brothers are going in, as well as number 2, Carter Stigerwald. Number 11, Mason Hawass has come up to the line as well. And so has Mo Hawass, the two brotherly duo. I'm excited to see how they play together.
And here comes the switch.
Looks like they are subbing off half of their midfield and a out wide player, Bobby Mahoney, Tucker Jones, and Miles Polacek.
This is an interesting sub. I mean, these three guys have been present throughout the offense for most of this game. Potentially, though, they see that they might have an opportunity with these three new players that they might not have had with the other three.
Carter Segawa goes in for a tackle, barely misses the ball. I like the intensity I have from these bench warmers already. Easton Smith plays to Jason. Jason trying to find anyone. Finds Trevor. Trevor has time. Plays back to Jason and looking for a switch. Jason plays Tyler. Tyler looking for a forward pass. Just takes him on. Plays to Mohammed Hawass. Unlucky touch, but a good way to get the ball off his foot with the defender right on him. We attempt to switch the ball back over to Parker Ante. Parker Ante with a touch and misses the ball. It'll be Hamilton throwing.
And honestly, I'm running out of things to talk about here. Just this defense, absolutely incredible. The ball has been kept around midfield for most of the game and back and forth. There's just no real way to determine what the outcome of this game is going to be.
Well, I feel like East has a upper hand so far, it being home turf. Home turf mentality means you're just so much more intense, willing to win the ball. And also I feel like they have had more shots than Hamilton. Hamilton have had good play in the midfield, but haven't seemed to get it into that final third. Jason plays the ball into the air to Tyler, who has plenty of time and space. Decides to play it back to Nick. Nick with no pressure whatsoever. Trevor with a little bit of pressure on him. Takes space with a touch. Good attempt at a through ball, but it is blocked by the Hamilton midfield. Hamilton try and find their number 9 again. Number 14. Giovanni Alvarez.
And I mean, as you mentioned before, Lakota East has had more shots on the goal, but that could mean all but nothing when you have a guy like Chris Martinez in that goal box. He is just able to answer everything Lakota East gives him. They are going to have to find a way to get past that short but mighty goalie for Hamilton.
An amazing through ball by Parker Ante to attempt the ball, to keep the ball in. Can both of these guys keep the pressure? They keep them wide. Is that not a foul, sir? It is. Has to be for us, ref. And it is. Looks like Mason Hawass, the guy who might not be breaking 5'5", will be taking the free kick. Smart choice by them, considering I doubt he would be winning a header. But I'm excited to see how this goes.
And Mason Hawass, do not let his size fool you. He has been quite an impressive forward, keeping a lot of pressure on the team.
Mason plays an amazing ball in, but East can just not finish in front of the net. Jason takes a hit, and it goes in! Goal by Jason Bartolone Perez. He is just on fire tonight, and they cannot stop him in the midfield.
And that is big time for Jason Bartolome Perez, his first goal of the season. He has been on fire in the forward position, but has not gotten a goal yet. And there it is. Lakota East finally able to break their drought. And this could be a huge factor in this game. Getting a goal, absolutely crucial. And that is a huge first step. We'd love to see some more coming up. Hopefully keep up on that offense. This is a scary Hamilton team, but if they're able to respond, then there is no limit to what this team can do.
I mean, there's a reason he's a captain. He's good under pressure. Saw he had tons of space and time and decides to just rip the shot into the bottom left corner. Just amazing placement, amazing ideas from everyone. I would have loved to see it go in earlier, though. Oh, mess up by the Hamilton defense. Can't seem to find the ball. Mason finds the ball, but can't seem to get a good touch on it. Mason trying to win it back. Santi pressing the ball. Interesting attempt at a clear. somehow goes wide when they're facing the other direction. Santi has the ball, plays through to George. Can George use his big body? I hear they call him the king of fluff because of his hair, ladies and gentlemen. That's just what the team nicknamed him.
And that goes out. Looks like they're going to be giving it to their goalie, Chris Martinez, for the kick. And I just wanted to say that Lakota East goal, lot of offensive pressure in the goal box, but was saved, which resulted in Jason Bartolome Perez being able to get a hold of the ball for the goal. But now they got to get right back to work, get back on defense, try to score another goal.
This feels like it'd be good momentum for East Hawks. This is definitely a good opportunity to shut this Hamilton down. I feel like this is a risky goal percentage because Hamilton still feels like they are in this game. If we can get this to a 2-0, even a 3-0 game, this could be an amazing win for Lakota East. Mason Hawass on the ball, trying to find someone. Finds Jason Bartolone, the guy who scored the first goal of this match. They find wide to Parker Ante. Carter Stiggerwald just can't seem to find a pass anywhere, just completely smothered by that Hamilton defense.
And now we are seeing a lot of guys move downfield. A lot of Hamilton guys just standing by the goal, ready to make any attempt on the ball that they need.
Good header by Easton to keep that ball in front of him. See if we can put this pressure on the ball. Beautiful work by Santi. This freshman duo try to find each other and just can't seem to connect. Mo Hawass comes in for a slide, almost on his own teammate is what it looks like. Looks like Hamilton is making a 4-sub rotation. They take out their number 9, their number 8 in the midfield. They also take out number 22.
And it looks like number 14 as well.
Back again comes number 11, probably the most fierce guy on Hamilton team, Gabe Brown. Beautiful win by Santi to keep that ball, try and keep that ball in East possession. Number 9 for Hamilton, looks like I was wrong on that sub. Happens to try and beat Parker with speed, but Parker is just too tall and lanky to let that happen.
And as we roll under 10 minutes left here in the first half, you got to imagine Hamilton is feeling a bit of pressure. They want to get a goal, tie it up before the halftime. And now we will see some more aggression, I assume, from this offense. Try to get some big-time plays, some big-time wins, get a goal before the half.
I would love to see George put more of his body into that as he is our number 9. Try and win that ball, see if he can hold it up for the rest of his team for a through ball. But sometimes it doesn't work out the way you hope it to. Parker Ante with a good win. Hamilton tries to win it back. Mason surprisingly going up for a header and basically winning the header. Easton Smith with the ball, smothered by 3 Hamilton defenders. Gets a little bit of a shove there, no call. Tyler Duell with his big body, able to keep number 11 out. Number 40, Easton Smith, able to be here on the wing. Tries to find Mo Hawass and does. Easton Smith again on the wing, takes space. Tries to find out wide to Santi and it goes out of bounds. Still East ball because it is clipped off of a Hamilton defender. Play quickly to Mason Hawass with a beautiful turn, but can't keep the ball with him.
We just saw there Jason Bartolome Perez. He was just looking for somebody open. Kind of resulted in a bit of a stalled play. But we're right back to it with the Lakota East in possession.
Mason Hawass playing that ball awfully hard for how close George Culligan was to him. He might have been trying to go to Santi on the switch. Mo Hawass wins the ball back for East. And just giving it right back because his efforts were rewarded. Oh, a beautiful ball by Mason Hawass. Can Santi get there? He cannot. Beautiful look. Maybe not as hard on the next attempt. Hamilton making another sub. Man, Hamilton is not liking how their team is looking recently and wants to make as many subs as possible to get this offense going. They take off number 33, I think, but I cannot tell from this difference. Jerry Ambrosio.
And I mean, when you're getting this close in the first half, I think they're just trying to get anybody out there that they think can make a difference, get them a goal. They do not want to waste any time and tie in the game.
Chris Martinez able to stop that Lakota East offense. Lakota East trying to see if they can win this ball out of the air. With no communication, nobody chose for the ball, but Easton Smith gets that second attempt at that header and wins the ball for East. Easton Smith back on the wing. Plays Santi, should have held the ball a little longer there to see if he could get Santi some space. It is all good though, we have the throw in back in. George Culligan attempted for a through ball, but just could not get that ball to his feet.
And it looks like we are seeing a substitution for Lakota East. Number 5, Jack Rancic running out there. He is taking Santi off the field. Santi, a great run so far in this game from the freshman, and I look forward to seeing some more out of him in the second half.
Lakota East with an attempt at a good throw. Mo Hawass goes in for a slide and just clips the Hamilton player and barely gets ball. Hamilton plays quickly. I thought there was going to be a card there. There was not. But East win the ball back, expecting the fast play. Mason Hawass just gets absolutely manhandled. If he was not so small, I feel like he would be better.
Now we're seeing a bit of discussion between the referee and Mason Hawass before they actually line up for the kick.
With almost just under 5 minutes and a half, I would love to see another goal from East here. Tyler Dewell looking for someone or shooting. Finds someone, tries to find Parker Ansey, just cannot get it over. Mason Hawass with beautiful touches, cannot keep the ball, but gets the foul right outside the 18. I would love to see Mason hit a banger from here. This is his spot, ladies and gentlemen.
We're seeing a lot of fouls early on in this game. And especially here in these last couple minutes, it seems like there's only about 10 seconds of play before the next foul. And you got to wonder, how are these coaches going to address that in the half? How are they going to make sure that these types of plays stop happening? I mean, how are they going to prevent them?
Honestly, Liam, I don't think I have an answer for you. Lakota East is just looking like they are in their prime tonight. They are looking like they want this win more than Hamilton. Mason Hawass just lines up. He has so much aura when he just lines up. Look at him. He's so tough. He wants to shoot this. I know he does. Goes for the lineup. Shoots. Chris Martinez with the great save. And they are on the counter attack.
We have seen this out of Chris Martinez many times. He has absolutely no stress under pressure. He is able to get every save necessary for Hamilton. Makes it hard on all opposing offenses to score.
Mason finds wide. Jack Rancic, the senior. He tries to find Mason again, but just can't play it in front of him with that amazing Hamilton defense. Mason playing his heart out, trying to go through 4 people. Jack ends up getting the ball back, finds Mason again. Mason tries to pull it back, but just can't seem to get it in reach of his small body. And ends up fouling.
They have finally blown the whistle. One Hamilton player is down on the field. At this moment, we cannot tell his condition.
I would say he's faking it.
I mean, none of the athletic staff on Hamilton's side have run out there yet. Now he's back down on the ground. The cart is being rolled out. And he is back up.
He really just wanted that foul.
He did not get
sportsmanship from that man.
That was
the same.
That was number 12, Rodrigo Valencia. I mean, this is soccer, Caleb. You know, sometimes you got to try everything you can to get a foul.
Sadly, I do, but I feel like that is why they have Mason Hawass out there, to get as many fouls as they can, especially because of his small stature, and with his intensity, he is even able to go up against the tallest and biggest of men.
And there is a quick substitution there. Tucker Jones back out there for the final 2 minutes. He replaces Carter Steigerwald, hoping to get some great defensive coverage, maybe even some offense as we near the end of the first half.
Hamilton tries to get something started in these final 2 minutes. They try to play it in. George Culligan on them, though. They play it back to the keeper, Chris Martinez, the guy who is having a heck of a night tonight. I want to say easily 7 saves. He plays it through, tries to find someone up top and just can't. Trevor Blesden with an amazing block. Hamilton finds a way to get the ball back, but it does not matter. Parker Inty wins it. Seems a lot of back and forth play back at the midfield right now. Hamilton can't keep it. East can't keep it either. Hamilton does get the throw, though, to try and give them some momentum to try and score in these final minute and 20.
You're seeing now a lot of Lakota East players moving downfield. They are going to box up this goal, make sure that not a single shot is made before the half.
Lakota East just trying to play defense here. An amazing rip from midfield, and number 22 hits an absolute banger. Coco Flores. Wow.
And there he is, Coco Flores, the team's leader in goals now. He was tied for first. Now he has his 6th on the season, and he has been mostly shut out for this entire game. He has been under heavy coverage, not really making a name for himself. But on that one, he gets an absolute streamer above Nick Maslin's head. Wasn't even able to make a play. And now that will push him up in the GMC rankings to 4th. And that is quite unfortunate for Lakota East. They were hoping to escape to half with the lead. And now they got to put on a lot of pressure if they want to take that lead before the half.
Tyler Duell playing an amazing through ball to Tucker. Parker Ante trying to get something started. George Culligan takes the ball from Parker. Hopefully Lakota East can get something started here and try and find another goal before half to try and get them up. Being up 1 goal is probably the worst in soccer because the team still feels like they can come back and easily win the game. And as you can see here, they have easily made the comeback. Honestly, I would blame the midfield on that last goal, just not putting enough pressure on their wide open men. To me, it seemed like he was wide open and just had so much free time to shoot the ball. Tyler Duell tries to find Tucker. Tucker gets ahead, but just can't get it in the net. Tucker Martinez with another save. And with the half running out here, the score will be tied 1-1.
Absolute fight here from Lakota East. We will be back in just 1 moment. Welcome back here from Lakota East High School. We are only 2 minutes out from the second half, all tied up at 1 apiece. And I gotta say, this is going to come down to the wire. This defense, absolutely stellar from both teams outside of the lone goals per team. What do we got to do for this second half?
I feel like if our defense and midfield can seem to stay together, like that first goal that Hamilton scored, they were just wide open in the midfield and just had the leg to just hit it over Nick Maslin. Nothing he can really do there. He could have made an attempt for it, but it going over his head and him being so far out, not much he could do on that one. I feel like if we can keep the ball on the ground, try and keep our possession, and see if we can move quicker to try and break down this Hamilton midfield, then I think we will be all right.
And both goals scored, I gotta say, absolutely stellar plays against some of the top goalies in the GMC. I mean, Coco Flores with his 6th goal of the season for Hamilton, right over the head of Nick Maslin. And I mean, he was under some heavy coverage. He was about in the middle of on the Lakota East side of the field. Just a great play there. And as for Lakota East, that was Jason Bartolome Perez. There was some heavy pressure by the offense down by the goal. Chris Martinez, the goalie for Hamilton, able to make a stand, but then the ball gets out to Jason Bartolome Perez, and he's able to get that goal. I think this will be a very competitive second half. I expect to see a lot more of what we just saw in that first half, and I think that whoever wins, it's going to be down to the wire. It's going to be due to some key plays, and it is going to be a fun one to watch and to commentate here.
I couldn't agree more with you, Liam. I feel like Hamilton has been playing an amazing defense on East. East having multiple opportunities, but not seeming to be able to find the back of the net is just very frustrating for our team, especially being up 1-0 for almost half of that half and just giving up a goal in the final 5 minutes of the game, I would say, is very heartbreaking for sure. Now, that being said, I am excited to see how they come back after the goal. Still being tied, but also giving up that goal definitely puts a thought into your head. Is Lakota East willing to put in that extra 50% to win this game?
And I mean, you got to credit these goalies, both Chris Martinez and Nick Maslin, some great plays, and I would say Trevor Breslin as well for Lakota East. Just a lot of great defensive plays, keeping it away from the goal.
Lakota East on a breakaway to the 18. Miles takes a shot. Oh, and it gets blocked by the defender. Defender looks like he did not take that shot very well. Carter finds to Tucker. Sorry, I had a mind blank there. Parker tries to get back onto his defender. Trevor tries to make the stop, but just can't get the ball in front of him. Nick Maslin there to bail him out a little bit. Nick Maslin looks to attempt to switch the field. Tyler Duell takes his chances and takes the ball up the field. Finds Easton Smith with a little bit of a rough touch. That's all right. Tries to beat his defender. Get a little nutmeg. Can't seem to find it, but the ball goes out of bounds, and it's still East ball.
And we're seeing, of course, a lot of aggressiveness from the Lakota East offense right off the bat. Hamilton is kind of struggling to figure out how to counter it, as Lakota East is just pushing downfield, and every setback they answer with 2 steps forward.
Excited to see how this half will turn out. At first, I thought this was going to be a blowout, how East was just putting in so many attempts. But now, considering we can't seem to find the back of the net, will those shots even matter? Amazing heading skills by both Miles and Tyler Duell. Try and play the ball forward. Instead, there is a foul called on Hamilton at around the 50-yard line. Looks like Jason wants to take it. I lied. Tyler Duell will take it. Jason just wanted those extra 2 yards. Tyler Duell probably going to line it up. My guess is it's going in the 18, and he's probably going to be looking for Colton or Tyree V. Coco.
We're seeing there's a heavy wall of Lakota East offenders. About 4 for 4 was on that side. But it ends up sailing above all of their heads, going straight to the goalie, Chris Martinez.
Chris Martinez with a big punt. Parker Ante gets an unlucky header, but it doesn't matter because Trevor Breslin is there, calm, cool, and collected. Plays a beautiful ball to Tyler. Can't seem to get a good touch on it, and the ref calls handling.
And it looks like that's going to be on Hamilton. They're going right away. Launching it downfield.
Beautiful touch by Gabe. Tries to find someone in the middle, or maybe even take him on one-on-one. Trevor Breslin says no way. Gets the ball out of bounds.
As I mentioned before, Trevor Breslin creating a lot of defensive pressure, just making sure that every Hamilton player that has the ball is locked up. He has been a key factor in this game so far.
Hamilton looking to see if they can start up a goal here. Plays wide. Doesn't matter. Jason is still there. Tyree tries to play back. Finds Miles, but looks like they give up the ball. Looked like a quick shot, and they miss.
And that was a bit lucky. There was really no defenders in the area except for Nick Maslin. But since it rolls right away, everyone able to take a sigh of relief and just hope to get back on to Hamilton's side of the field.
Nick Maslin here, probably going to go long. If not, he will probably go to Tyler. Goes to Tyler short. Tyler will probably take his space here and look for a split down the middle. Instead plays wide to Easton, who is wide open. Easton has space, takes it, plays a attempt at a through ball down line to Miles, and Miles just can't seem to get there. Still East throw.
And as we said, Hamilton is starting to catch on to Lakota East's scheme here in the second half. They are tightening up every single opportunity they can, forcing some hard shots to be made, some hard passes, and it is resulting in some relatively good success so far.
Lakota East just not being able to get the ball under control on top of the 18, Tucker Jones. Bobby has a whiff, but it works out. Tucker Jones on the wing. Instead of playing it wide to Bobby Mahoney, he tries to break three guys at once. Don't know why, but they get the ball back, so it does not end up mattering. Parker Ante plays Bobby. Bobby with an amazing ball on the ground. Can we get a touch on it? Miles get a touch, but it doesn't end up going in. A little hard pass. And the boys just can't finish. Trevor with a good clearance back into that 18, but Hamilton seems to get it out.
And the flag is blown. Another foul committed by Lakota East. And so far, Hamilton has been able to take some pretty good advantage of Lakota East's foul so far. Pretty much nothing that they're able to do is going right.
Man, I'll
for
tell you
them.
what, Liam, I didn't know you could blow a flag.
Did I say that?
Yep.
Yikes.
It's all good. We move. Hamilton gets the ball back in play, but Tyler Duell has so much time and space and just takes his time with it. Plays through. Colton Pensinger somehow falls on the ground, but it doesn't matter because he gets a touch on it and keeps it in bounds. Miles with a beautiful move to try and find Tucker. Tucker Jones probably going to try and dribble forward through three dudes and just can't get the ball under control. Play a beautiful ball overhead for Hamilton, and Tyler Duell is there to snake out that through ball.
Hamilton, they're just rolling right now. They have had a lot of breakaways that have obviously been countered by this incredible Lakota East defense, but it is still a credit to them that they're able to get these breakaways. They're showing that large offensive pressure that could end up being a deciding factor in this one.
Looks like Mason Hawass, the younger brother, is actually going to come back in the game eventually. It'll see when they actually bring him in. He is currently on the line waiting to be subbed in. Hamilton throw, I think. No, it's a kick. Hamilton's going to try and put this in the box and get a header off this. Good ball. Good save by Nicholas Maslin.
We see another great save there by Nick Maslin. He has been a pretty key factor in this Lakota East defense. He has been able to really lift up his guys as one of the captains of the team, as well as bring a lot of pressure. Makes it hard to score.
That is a foul. Is that in the box? It is surprisingly not in the box, but that should at least be a card. He was in a goal-scoring opportunity, through on goal, and the defender decides to push him over, but yet there seems to not be a card coming out yet. Very interesting from this ref here. Tucker wants it. Tucker wants to shoot this ball all day, ladies and gentlemen. See if he has the foot for it.
We're seeing a wall of about 3 Hamilton defenders there. Everyone else moving towards the goal. There's about 1 Lakota East man for each Hamilton man.
Tucker looks like he really wants this. Tucker looks like he's going to try and go for it. Gets the ball underneath, and it just can't get through. Amazing double save by Chris Martinez.
That was Chris Martinez, of course, on the block. Diego Gonzalez able to pull it away from the goal. That was maybe a foot away from going in, but some incredible Hamilton defense and maybe a bit of unluckiness from Lakota East results in no goal, and Lakota East now having to try again to make that goal.
Amazing touch by Tyler. Oh, that is definitely a dangerous play by Tyree. That was very close to hitting his head. Hamilton defender very lucky that he did not get hit there.
That's about the 3rd or 4th whistle blown against Lakota East. Hamilton, a lot of opportunities that are able to be taken off of these fouls from Lakota East.
East looking to struggle a little bit here. Less in the scoring, less in the keeping possession opportunity, but in keeping possession, Mason looks like he might have gotten stepped on. Holding his hand. Looks like he will be okay, and now they decide to give a card, but I guess that foul on Tucker was not one by this ref. I wonder where he got his reffing degree.
Now we are seeing a bit of a wall of both Hamilton and Lakota East players. I imagine they will all be spreading out as soon as this ball is kicked. Get a lot of the field covered. Try to be open. Get as many opportunities as they can here up against the goal line.
Tyler might just shoot this. He is a really weird obsession with wanting to shoot really far out balls. Instead, plays it in. Beautiful ball. Can we get a head on it? No one seems to touch the ball again. Amazing play by the boys, but just can't seem to get a touch in those final last seconds.
Once again, you got to give credit there. Chris Martinez able to go into that sea of white and black and able to get the ball away from the goal, giving Hamilton another opportunity that Lakota East just takes right back.
Bobby really wants that ball. Keeps it in bounds, but can he keep going? Instead, we get a throw in. Good work by Bobby Mahoney there, just to keep up his pace and keep that ball in bounds. This is the long throw, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be thrown into the middle of the box. Good throw. Can we get a flick? No, but it will be a corner. I lied. I don't know how that's not a corner.
And just a double header that I believe they both knocked it out. That was for Hamilton. That was number 3, Titus Graham, and I believe number 9 for Lakota East. No, that would not make sense because Bobby Mahoney was down there. Regardless, they both went up for it, and it just went out of bounds. Some great plays there by the Hamilton defense.
Bobby with a good attempt on a touch and play through to Mason. Mason just not being able to challenge, but Bobby Mahoney tries to win that ball back instead. Trevor with a beautiful step to keep that pressure up on that Hamilton offense. Hamilton trying to dribble through 2 dudes, able to keep the ball with him, and Tyler Duell comes in with the sweep. Hamilton dude just tried to kill Ty for no reason.
And there's a great play by Gabe Brown for Hamilton. He just kicks it right out of bounds. He noticed he was in heavy coverage. It was him plus 3 Lakota East defenders, and he just had absolutely nowhere he could go with that. As soon as Lakota East got possession, he kicks it out of bounds, resets the play.
Number 10 with an attempt at a ripper and just hits it to go completely wide.
That number 10, Oliver Garcia, I imagine he must have thought someone was down there ready for it. Absolutely nobody except for a bunch of turf, and Lakota East has the ball.
Good flick by Tyree, but it seems that Tyree feels like there's a flop there. Hamilton guys trying to hold up his hand, saying that it should be a bigger foul than it was. Hamilton wants them to get in the box. Hamilton tries to go long. An amazingly hit ball. Can Nick Mazin come out in the air? He does hit it. We need to get this ball out before Hamilton decides to hit another ripper from 40 yards out. Tyree with beautiful pressure. Can we get more pressure on this ball? Hamilton able to keep possession even though so many defensive East players on them. Able to keep possession. Finding wides, able to play over the top. Trying to find Gabe Brown on that through ball.
Back and forth between a couple of guys.
That's a good ball. Can Bobby Mahoney get a finish? Can Bobby Mahoney get a touch? He just cannot.
And a great play there by number 4 for Hamilton, Diego Gonzalez. Chris Martinez, he laid out for it, could not get the block, and it seemed like it was straight for the goal for Bobby Mahoney. Ended up not being because of that incredible kick by Diego Gonzalez.
That should have been a foul. He completely jumped on top of his shoulders. That's a foul, sir. What are we doing? Ref's blind. Ref actually might be blind. Bobby with another amazing throw. It just goes right through. Miles gets ahead, and it goes straight to the keeper. Chris Martinez wanting to go quick. Tyler Dewell stopping that.
And he is holding his knee. Got the flop. And, do you believe it? Perfectly fine.
I never understood the point of flopping, Liam. I never did it. I will be honest. Flopping's not my thing.
For sure, for sure.
Hamilton trying to go long again. Didn't work last time, but maybe it will this time. Nick Maslin with an easy catch. Decides to play semi-slow here. Plays wide to Easton. Easton with a ball to what looks like just a Hamilton defender. Probably tried to find Jason there, but it was just unlucky. Trevor Breslin wide. Gets a good touch around that defender. Parker Ante just trying to find someone, could not, but it is still our ball, so it ends up not mattering.
We're seeing a lot of contested plays here from the Hamilton defense. They are locking up every single attempt Lakota East has to move the ball downfield. It's making it very tough, and Lakota East is going to have to adjust. It seems that's what they are doing, is they take out one defender and one in one middle.
Looks like they take out Miles Palachek, one of their most in-the-game defenses or offensive people this game, and Trevor Breslin for Dominic Alessi and trying to see who else went in. Dominic Alessi and Mason Hawass possibly.
And that just goes right over everyone's head. Hamilton ball.
BJ being a great ball boy, able to keep his spirits in for this team. Bobby with a little bit of a whiff there. It's all good. Happens to the best of us. Gets a little frustrating. Happens.
You could tell he was definitely a little bit frustrated on that play. He thought he could make the touch. Ultimately did not. And now Hamilton has the ball.
Hamilton tries to go long. Parker Ante stops them. Tucker ends up getting on the end of that ball. Tyree Bakoko ends up getting on the end of that second ball. Tyree looking for someone middle, instead cuts it back. Ends up getting almost mogged by that outside defender. Bobby finds middle to Mason, and Mason ends up not being able to get that touch off. A little bit of a bouncing ball here between East and Hamilton. Just one of them trying to win the ball. East looking to win the ball possibly. Ball is still inbounds. Jason keeps it in. Finds Tucker. Tucker with a good touch, and Mason just not being able to get that hard pass off with that left foot. Hamilton looks long again, trying to find anyone. Dom using that big body and keeping that man off of him.
And I got to give credit to number 3 on Hamilton's team, Titus Graham. He has been making a huge difference on defense here in this second half so far. He's been responsible for a lot of big-time plays, one of which was that kick to about midfield on that last play.
Tyler looking to, never mind, I was going to say play slow, but goes straight over top to Tucker. Tucker trying to keep the ball under control and just can't seem to get it under to his feet. Ref calls foul on Tucker. Looks to be a kick. Maybe he's trying to call not shoulder to shoulder, but looks pretty even to me.
Well, whatever the ref may have saw, it does not matter whether it was right or not, unfortunately.
Hamilton tries to go long again. Dom gets pushed in the back, yet no call. Parker Ante plays it simple to Tyler. Tyler will try and look long first. Cannot find anyone because no one decides to move for East, and yet just sends it over top. Anyway, to Bobby Mahoney. Can Bobby Mahoney get a touch on this ball? He does, but will it end up being anything? It will not, with a good save and keeping the ball in by Chris Martinez. Looking like Chris wants to go long again. Ends up doing so. But we win the ball out of the air with a unlucky header out wide straight for Hamilton to get the ball back.
And Chris Martinez, the sophomore, might I add, has been a key player here for Hamilton, one of the GMC leaders in saves, as I mentioned. He has been able to get in the middle of every single play and disrupt whatever the opposing offense tries to get started.
Tucker Jones with another weak tackle to let 7 break the line. Mason able to cover for him, though, and make sure that they do not get broken down. They play it long to try and reconstruct their defense and try and get everything back under control, ladies and gentlemen. But I think Hamilton looking like the favorite to win this match as of right now by the way they are playing and able to keep East out of this competition. Ref calls a foul. Everyone doesn't know what the foul is.
It does appear to be on Hamilton, however, giving Lakota East another opportunity. I will say this Hamilton defense over the half, whatever the coach said, it has worked. They have made a lot of adjustments. We have seen a lot less shots on goal than we did in the first.
Oh, I thought that was in. Tyler Duell with another beautiful ball. East not seeming to be able to touch the ball out of the air. It's almost like I said we practiced this whole week. Yet still, it is not coming to come into the game like I was hoping it would. Chris Martinez goes long again. Easton gets the beautiful header, tries to keep the ball in, but cannot. Hamilton throwing.
And what we are seeing out of this second half so far as we hit about the halfway mark is just defense from both of these teams. Like in the first half, every single play, it seems, is happening at midfield or just off of it. Not a lot of offensive action so far.
Ref calls a foul. Might have been a little late because I don't think I saw the foul. Could have been on Tucker Jones because I did see him on the ground earlier. They're going to try and go for it again after not working the first 4 times. We'll see if we can actually touch this ball this time. Another beautiful ball back post. Tucker Jones, actually we touched the ball. Easton Smith with a bike and just can't seem to get it in the net. Mason Haas tries to do a step over and misses the ball. Tyler Duell tries to get that ball out of bounds to let our defense reconstruct and reconfigure to try and get this Hamilton offense to slow down. East makes subs. Carter Pensinger and Santi come onto the field.
There's another sub there as well, and that will be number 16, Colton Pensinger, coming off the field. I did not see who replaced him, however. And I got to give credit to this Hamilton defense. That ball was tight in the box. Very aggressive Lakota East offense, but there was about 2 or 3 guys in there able to get the block and able to get it out of the goal.
Hamilton goes short and quick. East not really ready for it. I lied. Tucker Jones was there to stop them from getting any momentum that they thought they would have from going quickly.
And that seemed kind of a last resort play. They were hoping to get a little more going than just a kick out of bounds. And there's another one right there. So much of this last minute being played up against this line.
Hamilton looking to score here. A very lucky bounce and unlucky touch for Hamilton. Nick really goes quick here and tries to find Tyler Duell. Tyler Duell goes long to Mason. Mason just wide open and having plenty of space. Then plays Carter. Carter, does he have the speed? He does not, and gets not fouled. Apparently guy got all ball. Easton Smith here with the throw-in. Tyree Bakoko just using his body and able to keep in that guy between him and out of the way between him and the ball. Hamilton decides to go long again. Parker Ante hits the ball in the air. Can he get another head on it? He cannot. Jason with a beautiful back kick. Tyree having an unlucky touch. Mason Hawass having a second unlucky touch. Tucker Jones on the breakaway. Plays wide to Santi. Can Santi find anyone or cut in? Santi goes for the wing. Looks for the cross. It is still in play. Never mind, ref called it out of bounds. The second half seems to be filled with just simple mistakes from East here. Not being able to get as many touches as they want or not being able to have the right touch that they want. And it seems like it might come and bite them right back in the butt here.
Absolutely. Just so much of the time in this game has been spent on Hamilton's side of the field, and yet not much has come of it. Lakota East, they need to find a way to break through this Hamilton defense, overcome their demons, and score so that they can get a lead in this game.
Mason Hawass plays an extremely far back ball and doesn't seem to get anything out of it. Luckily, Dom Alessi seems to get ahead. Can he play it back to keeper in time before that Hamilton offensive personnel gets there? And he does. Mason Hawass looking for a touch. Seems to miss the ball just barely out of the air. Seems like he was a little grabby there at the end there on number 4.
Luckily just missed that one. And the clock's still running. Not sure what's going on, why the whistle was blown.
I think there was a sub, but I don't know who came out.
That is definitely within the realm of possibility, but we are rolling.
Parker with another win. That should be East ball. Came off that guy's back, and it is not. Hamilton again trying to find someone quickly. Finding short. Number 6 not being able to keep that ball under control. But end up getting a throwing anyway, so it really did not matter.
We're seeing a lot of the defensive strategy is just hold everyone towards the far side of the field. Make sure no one is in the middle because that is where the biggest plays are made. That has been the defensive strategy for both of these teams throughout this second half.
Mason Hawass with a beautiful win. Beautiful intensity from Mason. Trying to see if he can keep this ball to them. Mason with a beautiful dodge. Santi with an even better tackle. Should be corner. It is called a corner. And a player is down on Hamilton, number 4.
That is Diego Gonzalez. Once again, just another flop. He tried to get the penalty, did not.
He couldn't believe that he got beat by a freshman. Miles here going for the corner, subbing out Mason Hawass. Miles, let's see if he has the right foot to get it right at the 6 where we want it. Finds back post. Parker Ante keeps it in bounds, but it does not end up going in. Going quickly again. Dominic Alessi one-on-one. Still has his keeper. Misses the ball. Luckily gets that second clearance. Hopefully the Lakota East can keep this defensive work rate up as this game comes to closing.
Now, one thing I do want to say, Lakota East, they do not want that tie. In fact, they have just as many ties this season as they do wins, which is quite unfortunate. They do not want to see another tie here. They want to go for the kill. They want this win. in the most important way there, fix their mistakes. They've been aggressive on offense, but it just has not worked out.
Miles Palachuk gets a beautiful steal, breaks almost 3 people, tries to find someone, finds Tucker, but is too fancy and ends up giving the ball away. But it will be a East throw. Miles will not be taking it, and it will be Parker Ansey.
And absolutely necessary to mention, time is running out on this game. Both of these teams can start getting a little nervous, a little trigger happy, and that could lead to some big time mistakes in efforts to get a win here. The important part of this game for both of these teams is going to have to be staying calm and composed and making sure that they don't make too many mistakes that could cost them.
Long ball. But Miles is offsides. Again, that is 3 offsides this game. I told you, Liam, we have to watch that offsides. We are just not doing that this game. Dominic Alessi with a good win out of the air. Try and find Easton, and Easton cannot get the ball, but it does not matter because there was a foul back at the 45 on Tucker Jones.
And that is going to be a clock stoppage. At least the referee called for it.
Sounds like the parents on the other side are complaining.
The in-stadium scoreboard is still running, despite the referee calling for a clock stoppage.
Looks like the ref is tired. Ref gives a coach a red card and makes him leave the game. He does know that they're all the way in Hamilton, right? He's supposed to get home?
So yes, the head coach, or at least one of the coaches for Hamilton, has been ejected. The clock finally stopped in stadium. We now await the beginning of play. Some booing coming from the Hamilton side of the field.
Finding that call pretty terrible. To be honest, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but it was probably not great. The ref didn't like it. Or he was tired of the parents with a lot of yapping.
And the referee, of course, reserves the right for any type of talk against him or against the other team to take action against one of the coaches or even some of the fans if they feel it necessary. We are still awaiting a start time from the referee.
The referee might be looking at his clock to try and get the time back to what it was when he told them to stop it. I guess it would be around 12. Or, oh no, he's telling the ref to still leave. Apparently
he is not far out enough. He must completely leave the stadium. He is off the field, but has not left the stadium yet. Interesting from the referee.
Clock has actually been running while that ref told them to stop it. Ref tired, wanting him to stop the clock and just seeming to not listen to him. He's very annoyed. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the band seems to be having a great night tonight and is being extremely loud.
We love to see it. Our marching band, of course, getting prepped for tomorrow night's game against Fairfield. We will be streaming that here tomorrow night. Big game. Fairfield did beat West last week. We'll see how that all goes.
Ref waiting for the clock to go back. Seems like up here in the booth we are confused as to what we're supposed to be doing.
And it looks like the referee would like the clock to be reset to a certain time. We are trying to get that working in stadium. We will update the clock as need be once this is all sorted out.
If I was the players here, I'd take a minute to take a breather, maybe even grab some water. I'm not allowed to step off the field, but since of how long this is taking, you might as well take the time to get a break.
I also would be thinking through every single opportunity, maybe try to think of some strategy, find some ways to break free from the guys. The clock has finally been set, 11:45 is how much we will have to play. We are rolling.
Tyler Duell with a long kick again. Can anyone get a touch? Almost over the keeper. Have a touch, Easton, and the Hamilton defense seems to clear the ball again. Hamilton just able to keep this long ball out of their net just barely. Hamilton throw, wanting to be 10 yards above where they were. Interesting strategy. Hamilton slips, but yet they call it a foul. Wow.
And we have seen, in my opinion, a couple questionable calls from these referees for both teams. Oh, for the vast majority of it, these have been good calls, but there has been a couple misses and a couple calls that just don't seem correct that unfortunately can interfere with the game.
Hamilton goes long. Nick Maslin making an easy save like it is his everyday job. Looks to find anyone long. Did not seem to find anyone long. Goes short to Parker Ante. Miles Palachek being wide. They find Jason Barcelona in the middle with a beautiful one-touch to switch the field. Tyler Duell probably going long. He ends up going long to try and find Tyree. Bad header. Tyree, if he can get a touch on this and keep the ball in bounds, this could be an amazing attempt to score. Keeps the ball in bounds, trying to make a move. Foul! Or not. Wow. Terrible reffing. I mean, great reffing.
I mean, I feel like that has to have been a foul. That was a little more than just some contact. That was a straight-up push. Yeah, a straight-up push there. Quick substitution. Number 22 for Lakota East. Is that number 22? No, that's number
20.
Number 20, George Culligan subs out. Number 13, that is
Alessi.
Dominic Alessi, yes.
Seems we have changed our formation to a 3-5-2 to try and see if we can put this ball into the back of the net. Seeming that our three back now are tied. Tyler Duell, Parker Ante, and Easton Smith. Trevor might have gotten injured because he has not gone back in this game. Very interesting decision by the coaches if he is not.
Another substitution there. Bobby Mahoney is taking out Santi. Interesting to see. And about that switch of positioning, it's got to be they're trying to keep it on Hamilton's side. They want to keep up the aggression. They want to make sure that every single play is one that could get them a goal. And Hamilton's defense is going to have to adjust to that, tighten up a little bit, get some better coverage, make sure that every single person is covered. There will be no goal going into Hamilton's goal tonight.
Bobby with that long throw that we love to see. Tyree to Miles, and Miles almost does exactly what that Hamilton player did. Clears it to absolutely no one. Hamilton again trying to get another cheeky 10 yards, maybe even 15 at that. Go long, able to find their guy, and yet another foul is called on Jason, the guy that got this game to be